Have you ever wondered what's inside someone else's head? It's their brain, obviously. Zinger! Got you! But what's inside their brain? What are they thinking? I can tell you how to read a mind like you're reading a friggin' book! I'm picking up some strong psychic energies from this side of the video because this is Epic How To Read Minds. Hey, let me let you in on a little secret. You can't actually read minds. Video over. Let us know what topic you guys think we should break down next in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Joking, 2 zingers right off the bat. What you can do though is read body language, facial cues, and use good old-fashioned intuition to get a pretty accurate sense of what someone's thinking. Sure, it's not 100% accurate, but what is? The concept of reading someone's mind first came to prominence in the late 19th century when American magician Washington Irving Bishop would perform public demonstrations. Since then, there have been countless people who have claimed telepathic ability, but all have failed under serious scientific study. But that hasn't stopped some seriously crazy studies from happening. In 1970, the United States Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency started the Stargate Project, a program designed to develop psychic spies. Sounds cool, right? Despite spending millions of dollars and making their test subjects concentrate real hard, nothing ever came of it, and the project was shut down in 1995. They gave that the college try. That's a long time to be fudging around with that stuff. Like, all of your parents' tax money went to that shit. That's great. Man. Good job, America. Now, you can't just read anyone's mind. It takes a certain kind of person. According to professional mentalists in Las Vegas, they like to pick people who don't seem too eager, but also aren't completely shy and unwilling. You'll want to find someone who is actively engaged with you, but won't try and outshine you. So start by telling a few jokes. Someone who's laughing and smiling is probably the perfect pick. In order to read someone's mind, you have to first put them at ease. When someone's calm and relaxed, their body language and facial cues become much easier to read. Mind readers have found that the best way to make someone relax is to use a technique called mirroring, where you act like your subject as much as possible. If they're a little loud and talkative, you want to be a little loud and talkative. If they've got their hands in their pockets, you do the same thing. Put your dang hands in your pockets. You're going to want to know some basic human tendencies too. By exploiting subconscious biases of the human brain, reading someone's mind is a snap. I did what I said. For instance, if you ask someone to choose between 4 different choices, 92% of the time, they'll choose the third one. Would you like apples, oranges, have sex with me, or bananas? If you ask someone to pick a number between 1 and 10, most people pick 7. If you nod your head when you ask somebody a yes or no question, they'll tend to answer yes. You can also be aware of how response time can change people's behaviors. People tend to say one thing if you ask them to answer within 3 seconds, but say another thing if you give them time to think about it. For example, studies show that if you ask someone to pick a color in less than 3 seconds, they'll say red. Give them 6 seconds though, they'll say blue. You're gonna want to learn to read people's body language. Body language is a huge part of reading someone's mind, so make sure you know the common signals. Check out the subject's eyes. Your subject will make direct eye contact if they're engaged by what you're saying, and their pupils tend to grow larger when they're excited. If they break eye contact, however, it tends to mean they're trying to hide something. That's also true if someone's blinking too much or too little. This is a bad sign. So is this. You can get a good sense of someone's mood by looking at their mouth. If their lips are turned up, that tends to mean they're feeling happy. If their lips are turned down, they're probably feeling sad or upset. Look for any lip biting. People tend to bite their lip when they're anxious or stressed, or in a 1980s teen romance comedy and the girl wants to act coy but also interested. Anthony Michael Hall. Also check out their body posture, you pervert. An open posture where your subject is sitting up straight and not covering their torso with their arms means your subject feels positively about you and likely telling the truth. A closed posture where they're hunched over and cross their arms and legs might indicate they're lying or holding something back. Mind readers will often use a technique called priming to get an idea in someone's head so that they can later predict it. Let's say I want you to say your favorite color is blue. Maybe I'll mention the word blue as many times as possible throughout our conversation. Talk about blue things, point to something blue. You get the idea. This puts the idea of blue into your head so that you're going to be more likely to answer that later when asked. A technique called muscle reading is also helpful. When someone is lying or trying to keep a secret, muscles in their body will involuntarily twitch if they hear the truth or the piece of information they're trying to conceal. If you keep your hand on someone's back or shoulder, you can feel their muscles spasm. There's also shotgunning, where you take a shotgun and hold it to somebody's head and ask them for the truth. It works like 99% of the time. That's not real. There is no gun. That was just a bad joke. It's actually a technique where you say many pieces of very general information, and when the subject responds positively to one of them, you look like you've read their mind. You're gonna get a lot of misses, but people tend to forget the things that don't apply to them and latch onto the things that do. Get to know the Forer effect. That's Forer effect. The Forer effect states that the human mind wants to find deeper meaning and personalized information, even if it doesn't apply. Statements like, "You're insecure around people you don't know very well," or "You're having problems with a friend or family member, aren't you?" are almost universally true, but thanks to the Forer effect, people will think you're talking specifically about them. Look, mind reading isn't an exact science, so if you fail, just try again. You're gonna improve your odds of success if you try reading minds a second time, and then people are gonna forget about the time it didn't work and remember the time that did, because they're gonna be like, "Oh, holy crap! How did you know that I missed my dad? Take my money." Love you, Dad. My real dad's still alive, but my fake dad is dead. You've done it! You're reading minds like a book. People still read books, right? Nope. Great. Join us next time on Epic How to Find a Book and Read It. This has been Epic How To. Starwipe.
Let us know what topic you guys think we should break down next in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.